Hey everyone, welcome to another New York Mets franchise mode Game 10. Coming up after Game 9 was our best game yet. We really showed up, especially offensively. Michael Conforto made a major difference in the lineup, giving us 3 home runs with 7 runs driven in. Definitely was a big boost for us because we struggled the game before that, and we got to try to keep it up, man, because now we have the off days and we go up against Justin Verlander and the Houston Astros. So once again, Michael Wacha is in a very difficult matchup because last time I had to face Aaron Nola, this time I'm facing Justin Verlander. So because he's the number 5, he's going up against the number 1s instead of, unfortunately, the number 5. So it definitely is not exactly the easiest matchup for me. We are playing in Houston, so we definitely got to be careful with our signs and whatnot. But this is not going to be an easy game. The one good thing is that since we had that off day, for the most part, the bullpen just about fully rested, except Brad Brock. I had him throw 2 innings the other game, but he's probably my worst reliever, so that's fine. Okay, so this is the lineup that we're going with. Since we have the DH, I feel like I have the luxury of putting Dominic Smith in the lineup without having to worry about his defense, even though I have struggled with him for the most part this season. But as I've said before, I mean, what are my other options on the bench? You know what I mean? Am I going to go to Marisnik? No way. He's been even worse. Eduardo Nunez hasn't hit well for me. Luis Guillermo and Tomasnito have terrible offensive ratings in this game. And Maz, I've also struggled with timing his swing. So, I mean, this is just by default what we are going to run with. And let's see how it goes. So as of right now, we actually are the fewest in strikeouts. I definitely take a lot of pride in not striking, always trying to put the ball in play. And I'm such an aggressive hitter that it makes sense. I've actually drawn my fair share of walks this season, which has surprised me. I usually don't do good at that, but I've tried my best to be smart and work the counts, knowing that I am playing at a higher difficulty. The mistakes are going to be far and few between it. For the most part, the pitchers are going to try to trick me, so I've been trying to just keep that in mind when I am playing and just know that, like, listen, a lot of them are not going to be strikes, so I just have to be ready for that and really try to pick and choose my spots. As everyone is getting ready for this game against the Houston Astros, all the young guys getting ready to go. As we're going up against Justin Verlander, you know, a guy who's in the Cy Young race every year. I think it's a little unfair that I'm facing him right now, honestly, considering that he was having that surgery. He did have the surgery done, actually, so he was not going to be able to make this start. But I am curious to see that if they do pick up the season, whenever it is, May, June, July, whatever, if they do play it like from the beginning, the Mets will have to face Justin Verlander, you know what I mean, because he's going to be healed by then. So this could be the matchup. We'll see. First pitch of the game, Jeff McNeil, you know he's swinging, and that's a base hit going the other way. So Jeff McNeil doing what he does. He's an aggressive hitter, and he gets hits. So that's a nice way to start it off. See what we could do from there. But it just feels like the Houston Astros, it's going to be a pretty tough season for them, knowing how much pressure is on them and what have you, how much they're going to be booed, and just everyone's going to be out to get them. And people are actually going to, I feel like people are going to go to the games just to boo them, you know what I mean? Especially the away games. So that's definitely just going to be a very interesting thing that, you know, no one's really comfortable with. And it's going to be interesting to see how the whole team handles it as Brandon Nimmo gets a pitch to destroy. Fastball right down the middle. Good timing. Fly ball to center field. Wow. But still, it's just like the video game isn't going to show that. But Houston Astros, I mean, it isn't going to be easy. And, you know, it could go either way. It could be like the pressure is just so much and it becomes so draining that they kind of fall apart. Or it could be that they really are motivated and feel like that they have something to prove, saying, listen, we have talented players. Like, regardless of sign stealing or not, Verlander's a really good pitcher. I mean, he had nothing to do with that. Altuve and Correa and Bregman and Springer and Michael Brantley, we still think that these are supposed to be good players, whether they know what pitchers are coming or not. So it's like, listen, we still have the talent. We could still be a good team. So I wonder, you know, what approach they are going to take as Alonso strikes out. Good change up there. So not been able to do much following the leadoff hit from Jeff McNeil. I mean, it definitely was a relief to face Austin Voth instead of the Nola and the Strasburg and the Scherzer and the Corbin and the Wheeler and now Verlander. I mean, this Mets lineup, it looks like it's one of the better ones in Met history, kind of by default since they've had a lot of bad lineups, but it looks like in this early part of the season, I mean, they are going to be put up to the test, facing just about all of the really good pitchers out there, honestly. I mean, there's not many other really good pitchers out there left to face, honestly. That's where a lot of them are. You know, some resign in the National League East. Obviously, you have Verlander. And eventually, when the Mets face the Yankees, who knows, probably going to face Garrett Cole. So, I mean, you're going to get your not as good pitchers like your... I don't even know if they're going to face Austin Voltani. I still feel like Anibal Sanchez deserves to be a starting pitcher. But, you know, I wonder on the teams that aren't as good, how that Mets lineup will fare in those matchups. So here is Michael Wacha making his second start of the season. All in all, he was pretty good in his first outing. It's always very tough to pitch with him because of his stamina rating being extremely low. So I'm not going to be able to go deep into the game with him. So what happens is that it's not so much Wacha, but the game itself becomes difficult because I am forced to heavily rely on my bullpen. And that is not the Mets' strength. And it just makes it very tough to get that many innings out of them. And luckily, we had the day off yesterday, so we have a rested bullpen. Because if it's like... if I had a pitcher that didn't go deep the game before and the bullpen's already tired, and I have forced to actually use the bullpen, it's not like, at least with Porcello, I have been able to go deep into games, and it's like, at least I have the option to go deep into games, whereas Michael Wacha, it's like, you have no choice. Like, you're going to your bullpen, you know what I mean? So it's nice that you have a rested bullpen this time around. This way, I could go to who I want to, as not really going to give Bregman too much hit here. I mean, he has a 471 average this season. He's a really good hitter, so I'll just walk him. Doesn't really bother me too much. I was pretty close to putting him away. I had 2 strikes on him. And the problem is that, again, regardless of if they're cheating or not, this Houston Astros lineup, as Wilson Ramos throws out the base runner in Alex Bregman. Wow, can't believe it. I mean, so it's not Trey Turner, so I just got him. I wonder if they might consider challenges. He looks kind of safe to me, honestly. We'll see. No challenge. All right, good. But still, it's just like, you can't really navigate around this Houston lineup saying, okay, well, if we could just get through this part, we could get them out. Like, they have a deep lineup, you know what I mean? So there is a lot of talent here. I definitely got to be careful with every hitter, honestly. Can't give anyone anything to hit. And that's tough with Michael Wacha because I don't want to get his pitch count up too high, because then as I struck him out, get Altuve out, but it'll be hard to go deep into games. But a good first inning. I mean, 11 pitches. Was able to retire them in order pretty much after Wilson Ramos threw out Alex Bregman. So at the end of 1, we're scoreless. Ball 4, so he walks Wilson Ramos. And now the Mets have 2 runners on for Dominic Smith. Back-to-back walks. I mean, one of the interesting things about Verlander for me is that I feel like the Yankees got such a break in that game where it was in Yankee Stadium, and the Astros, they were firmly in control in that series, and all of a sudden, in that first inning, Verlander did not have his command, which is something you don't expect because as a member of the Houston Astros, Justin Verlander has pitched really well, particularly in the postseason, and especially against the Yankees. He has done really well against them. He's kind of been a thorn in their side, a guy that really has been their kryptonite. But for him to lose his control and Hicks to hit that big home run, the Yankees got off to a big lead early, and you know Paxton battled and really was able to shut them down. And what was crazy is that after that first inning, Verlander had really settled in and looked like himself. So it's just like, I mean, the Yankees, they had a real good chance to win that series. We know it went to a 7th game and what have you, but it really was just a tough one when you had so many opportunities for both teams where you had runners on base and they couldn't drive them in, like there where I had 2 guys on base, but of course that wonderful combination of Dom Smith and Rosario can't get anything done. That 8-9, it just has eluded me all year long. Well, usually it's 7-8 because National League, but still, I mean, those bottom 2, they've always just crushed my innings. Despite JD and Wilson Ramos having near 400 averages. Huh. That one's grounded in the shift. Cano. 1 out. 0-2 from Michael Wacha. Oh, got in and hit him. Not what I was trying to do. Wow. I was in an 0-2 count. I was just trying to throw it up and a little in. Not trying to hit the guy. I was just trying to strike him out and put him away. Wow. That's really unfortunate. That should have been 2 outs, and he's trying to steal 2, and Ramos guns him down. All right, well, maybe they got to recheck their scouting reports. Wilson Ramos is out here throwing runners out. Look at that. Yuli Gurriel, not a guy I feel like that steals a lot of bases from when I watch the Astros. I don't really see him taking off, and Robbie Cano was waiting for him. Wilson Ramos actually got rid of it pretty quick and got him by a pretty long shot, especially compared to that first runner he threw out, as I'm able to strike out George Springer, so able to escape after giving up the hit batsman. 2 good innings from Michael Wacha, and so far, pitch count is really low, and that's extremely important for him with his low stamina. I mean, Correa, he's had his struggles mainly due to injuries, so we'll see if he could bounce back. Struck him out, struck him out. But the thing is, for me with Correa, that whole report that came out that, you know what, Astros were considering shopping him a little bit, and that the Mets made a call about Correa. I didn't really put too much stock into that, and the fact that they looked into Frankie Lindor, like, I don't believe that either. The thing is that there's two problems. Number one, I mean, the reason why Cleveland wants to get rid of Lindor anyway is for the contract's sake. They know that eventually Lindor deserves a really big payday, and Cleveland does not really want to be the team to give it. They've been having a lot of financial troubles. That's what they've been trying to avoid. They've been trying to, you know, load off some salaries and whatnot. But for me, I just feel like, number one, I don't really know if the Mets would be willing to give Lindor the contract that he deserves because of how cheap the Mets are. They wouldn't give it to Bryce Harper or Manny Machado. And the other thing is that the Mets don't really have a package that really appeals to any of these teams, to a Houston or to a Cleveland Indians. I mean, unless you throw Jimenez in there and, I don't know, Rosario even, but still, like, those guys don't really jump off the map to you. Not like they once did, especially somebody like Rosario. So I don't really think the Mets would have really done anything there. I believe that was a whole lot of smoke with no fire at all. Like, that was just something that they put out there to, you know, try to make themselves feel a little better with the fan base. Because, I mean, obviously, we would love to have a Francisco Lindor. Maybe Correa if it's the good version of him, which we never really know. But still, it's just like, I don't really think they were going to really pursue that. I just don't expect that to happen, as I get a big strikeout on Michael Brantley after having back-to-back base runners on. So it's going to be a tough at-bat here against Alex Bregman. Try to escape without any damage. All right, Robbie, I could use something here. His average has dropped significantly. It's dropped like 400 points, which is, I'm pretty sure I said that in the video where he did have the 600 average. I was like, you know what, it's still early in the season, so batting average is going to fluctuate. And ever since then, I have not been the same hitter with Cano, and now his average is in the 200s. So that's definitely been an interesting development. Never mind. Robbie Cano's batting average is going to increase just a little bit as he drives to the deep right field. It's out of here. Robinson Cano leaves the ballpark for the first run of the game as the New York Mets go in front 1-0. A nice home run off Justin Verlander. Like any other pitcher in baseball last season, that's what hurt Verlander. That's what hurt Cole and a lot of the other top pitchers was the home run ball. I mean, obviously, thinking of that game I was talking about against the Yankees, that home run from Aaron Hicks, that's really what came back to bite Justin Verlander was the long ball, besides the fact that his command was off in that first inning. So, at least Robinson Cano was able to attack. Really good that I was in a hitter's count here. It was a 2-0 count, so he tried to challenge me. I was waiting for it. Thank God it was the changeup, a pitch I could drive, and Cano made the most of it. Oh, up and in. I thought maybe he was going to hit Conforto there. Good thing he didn't, because I just got him. Well, he wasn't really injured. In real life he was, but in the game he's been perfectly healthy. Thank God. As Conforto lines one up the middle. Nicely played there with the shift on the changeup. 1 out. That's another thing I don't know about baseball is shifts, man. Back in the day, that's a nice little base knock. Oh, shifts really are frustrating because that's a hit, it feels like. JD, no shift there. That one's up the middle for a base hit. Here we go. JD Davis able to capitalize on that slider that had a good amount of plate on it. Good timing, good result. I try my best to lay off the outside pitch with Ramos because of how many of those I roll over that turn into ground balls to the left side. My main thing is I'm trying to avoid a double play here. See, I was going to swing at that because you know what? All I was going to do was roll it over anyway and the inning would have been over. So I just let it go, honestly. I really don't think I would be able to do much with that pitch. Just seeing what's happened with Ramos this whole season, it's not a pitch I do well with. It really isn't. I got to live to fight another batter, have Verlander's pitch count go up. I don't know. I just feel like I got to play the long game. I mean, ideally, I don't want to strike out, but I just felt that it's not worth rolling over. It really isn't. I mean, if there was no one on base, or if it was a runner in scoring position, I would give a chance, but now we're running first and 1 out. I can't do it.
Ball 3.
Oh, umpire gave me a call there. That definitely was a strike. So, Dom Smith's got a good count. Ball 4, walks down Smith. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, who knows? Maybe that Ramos strikeout. Because here's the thing: if it was a double play, the inning was over. Verlander doesn't have to throw more than 5 extra pitches so far. So, who knows? Might end up being a good decision. Unless I just continue to stink with Rosario and flail at everything. As Rosario on the ground ends yet another rally, kills another inning. Rosario was a specialist at that. Get the homer from Robbie Cano to put us up 1. On the ground, Rosario boots it and is able to get out Yulieski Gurriel, but could have ended the inning if he fielded it cleanly. I mean, that's one of those instances where you'd like to have a Correa or a Lindor, but well, I've never been a huge Rosario fan. I'm gonna save that for another day. I'll save it for the real thing, honestly. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm not gonna kill him in the video game. I'll wait till he starts striking out and booting balls at shortstop in real life before I start complaining. I sure hope it's soon. You know what I mean? Again, like, nothing beats the real thing. Gotta love when the defense costs you a run. Inning should have been over, but instead, it's a tie game, and Michael Wacha has to continue pitching. What a surprise. Mets defense cost me a run. Shocked. McNeil putting together a really nice at-bat here against Verlander, firing them off. Good pitcher versus a good hitter. McNeil going the other way! Base hit. Nice hitting. Good timing. 2-strike approach. I like it. I like that Jeff McNeil. He could do that, you know what I mean? He could have a 2-strike approach. He could go the other way. Go with the pitch. You know, it's a lost art nowadays, but that's one of the reasons I'm a big fan of Jeff McNeil. That he's a guy who can still do that. Definitely what they call a throwback player. Tries to throw me another off-speed pitch. I squared it up. How do you square up a changeup down the middle but hit into a double play? How does that even make any sense? Oh my goodness, man. I mean, I knew this was going to be a tough game coming in, and not being able to skip sideline reports makes it even harder. Wow, they're going to bunt here. I mean, I thought we were in the American League. What is this? American League teams don't bunt the number 9 hitter. Wow, they're really bunting. What is... No, this is not realistic. Come on, I'm going to first. Don't just go to first. Just go to first. I don't know why, but I thought he was going to be safe just knowing the way this game is. That was a really good bunt, too. That's better than most pitchers, so good job by their catcher, Stubbs. Michael Wacha's energy is on red. This is so insane. Oh, Bregman drives it deep right field. It's out of here. Oh, that little short wall out there and right. I thought it was a good pitch, too. I mean, I got that cutter down, and he was still expecting it and crushed it. Oh, man. I mean, in the video game, the Astros are still going to be extremely tough. But Alonso has been struggling. You know, Conforto is getting on base. JD's getting on base, but we're not really bringing them home. I mean, I guess that's why teams value the homer so much, is because, like, against a pitcher like Justin Verlander, if you're a team that doesn't have a lot of speed, which obviously a good chunk of the Mets do not, it's very hard to string together hit after hit after hit to rally up multiple runs. So, I mean, if you could just get it all in one shot with one swing of the bat, like the way Hicks did in that playoff game I keep going back to, it makes sense why that would be the formula to beat him. I mean, my one run was a homer. And here we go, another double play with good timing and a good result. I mean, golly, dude. What more can I do? I hate when that happens. Like, my timing is good, but it's just like double play, really. Or the changeup that Alonso squared up, that was a double play. It's like, I mean, what am I doing wrong? But there's a challenge pitch, and Ramos lines it the other way. The very short Altuve gets a piece of it with his glove, and Ramos beats it out. Thank God, because you know what? That was right down. That was a fastball as down the middle as possible. Good timing, a good result, but little Altuve almost snatched it. That would have really stunk. The leadoff base runner on, but now it's time again. Can Dom Smith or Rosario drive him in? Not likely. I'm not ready to pinch run quite yet. Not that I'd be able to execute it right. We know how much I've struggled with that too. I always accidentally pinch it instead of pinch run. Or the game just won't let you. We've seen both of those happen. That was not a strike. I could have really used that call right there. I would have loved to have been a 3-1 count, but... Ay. And then I strike out. Right on cue. And here's another. Well, I thought I was so programmed to just think I was another double play, honestly. I'm not even joking. I guess I'll pitch run. And they're pulling Verlander. Who are they going to? Going to Chris Deviansky. Okay, he's a good reliever. Oh, but Jeff McNeil's up. All right, this is our. You know what? If we're gonna win the game, this is our chance. So did I press? I think I pressed Ramos. The only guy. I have Marizic, but I have Eduardo Nunez as well. Guess I'm gonna have to do it. We have to do it. Okay. Oh god. I have to do it. I mean, this is our chance. So I gotta have some speed on the base paths. Gotta pinch run Ramos in the 7th inning. It's risky, but again, we're not gonna get a better opportunity than this. I mean, the fact that we got Rosario on, and McNeil is up, and Verlander's at the game. Now is the time before we have to face Ozuna. Fastball right down the middle. Good timing. Gets popped up with McNeil. Oh my god. No way. No way. Come on. That's... wow. Wow, man. I don't know, man. Like, again, sometimes I just feel like you're not meant to win. That right there, I don't know what more I could do. I really don't. That's another fastball down the middle. What was wrong with that one? Late. Oh, the umpire is not helping me out this inning. Come on. It's bad enough that I'm getting good popped up right down the middle on a fastball. I don't need the umpire doing this as well. I mean, it's bad enough I also had Verlander going up against Michael Wacha. Come on. And I strike out, of course. Of course. Again, just in counts I should not be. I mean, the umpires, they always find the time to really just get you. Obviously, we'll not have Eduardo Nunez catch. We'll have Familia come in. I don't know. I figured since I was behind and I'm facing the bottom half of the order, maybe I could get away with it. I'm just taking a chance here for sure. I mean, anytime you bring a Familia, you're taking a chance. But yeah, put Tomasnito behind the plate. I just felt like that should have been at least a fly out so I can move the runners over. And Tom Smith got robbed of being in a 3-1 count, and Nimmo got robbed of a strike. So, and then Familia's gonna come in and do Familia things and not throw a single strike. Oh my god! Why did I even bring I don't know. Like, I have to bring him in eventually. I can't, hide him forever. This was the time to go to him. The bottom half of the order, we're behind. Well, I mean, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I mean, Familia drives me nuts. Really does. I mean, he can't throw a strike. I'm trying to. That's the sad part. It's not like I'm trying to, paint the corners. I'm just trying to throw strikes, and he won't do it. He really won't. Michael Wacha had no problem. Justin Wilson had no problem. But Familia, forget it. Good luck. 2-2. Got off. Of course, I have to face Josh Reddick, who's been a tough out this game. No 2-2. Got it off. So I'm gonna have to get another arm warmed up, and I don't want to waste my whole bullpen in a loss. I think it's such a waste. Like, I'm gonna lose anyway. Why go all out? I hate to use Lugo. I really do. And Betances, it's like, it's the same problem. So, I mean, I can't go to Brock or Gazelman. They're not better. Oh, God, man. I don't know. I really do not want to use Lugo in a loss. I mean, Familia put himself in this mess. I don't want Lugo to bail him out. Have Lugo pitch 2 innings in a loss. That's just dumb. As Rosario turns a really nice, unassisted, well, a 6-6-3 double play there. Very nice. I mean, it's ridiculous that I have 7 hits in this game, or 8 hits, whatever it is. Now I have 1 run, 1 solo home run from Robinson Cano. That's ridiculous. As Cano drives another one, deep center field. Back goes Springer, back near the wall. It's out of here. Wow. Robinson Cano accounts for the Mets' 2nd run of the game. There are only 2 runs. Both solo shots from Robinson Cano to make the game a little closer. It is now 3-2. All right, well, now that Robbie hit that homer, there is no way in this world I'm going to Betances. I'm going to Lugo just for the 1 inning, just to keep the game close. Because if I lose in the 9th inning, that's it. I don't have to make him throw 2 innings. So now I'm going to go to Lugo. 1-0. So Robinson Cano carrying the team. Not something you expect to say in a lineup that has all these other good hitters. And now Conforto drives it deep right field. Back goes Reddick. It's out of here. Massive home run from Michael Conforto to tie up the game at 3 apiece. And now it becomes a lot easier to go to Seth Lugo. Now knowing that we are in a much better position here as we are right back in this ball game. It's brand new. We're even again. Wow. As now they're going to another pitcher. We knocked Ryan Presley out, and we are now batting on Legend. Oh, boy. I've never faced this pitcher before, but it doesn't matter. He hangs a slider. JD up the middle base hit, and I want a pinch run for JD, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I'm doing this to go ahead run. Oh, I hate this. Don't do it, Frank. Okay, I'm doing it. I can't do it. I have to do it. It must be done. I just like JD too much. I feel like it's so risky, but you know what? Again, this is... Oh, crap! Tomas Nino's batting! No! Why did I pull Ramos? No! I can't pitch. Oh, God. Oh, no. Not Tomas Nino with Tom Smith and Rosario. I should have never took Ramos out in the 7th inning. That was way too early. Oh, my goodness. That's ball, dude. I don't know. I just feel like I had a good opportunity when I did it. Oh, darn. I didn't think that all of a sudden we start hitting dingers after that. Because I feel like that was game. Either I was going to win or lose it right there. Oh, no. Oh, good timing on a changeup right over the plate, and Tomas Nino can't do anything with it. But he's got himself a full count here, so I'm gonna send Marisnik. Why not? And I swing at ball 4, and Marisnik is just safe. Oh my gosh! Oh, I swung at ball 4. I'm a dummy. But Dom Smith! Oh my God! I thought that was the lead. Oh, I was a little early. Oh, that thing really took off. I was too intense now. I was ready to just take my loss, honestly. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? I tried my best. I had a lot of good timings, a lot of double plays, a lot of, things that didn't necessarily go my way. Bad calls by the umpire. But, you never know when it's going to happen, when you're going to get back in the game. So things definitely change. All right, ball 3. So, again, we're in a hitter's count. See what Dom could do here. Maybe you just walk him and face Rosario. Not a bad idea. Ball 4. Wow, umpire finally gives me a call. All right. I probably was almost better swinging, but oh, got a huge chance here for Rosario. Ball 1. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, how do you take out Presley and go to Armenteros, who obviously was not even on the Astros postseason roster last season? So definitely an interesting call, but it's nice that I knocked out 2 of their big relievers already. Still have Ozuna, obviously. Ball 3. Oh boy, Jeff McNeil on deck. I mean, don't you have to give Rosario a pitch to hit here? I missed it. Dang, that was a fastball right down the middle. Not really down the middle, but fastball with the plate. 3-2, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Jeff McNeil as Armenteros is in a little bit of a sticky situation here. Oh boy, so again, this could be the game right here. I'm not swinging at that. I'm not just going to bail him out and swing at anything that's close. I could get a better pitch than that. I'll wait. All right, thank you, Wump. Thank you. Don't bail him out. I'm trying not to bail him out. I'm trying to wait for my pitch. As McNeil gets a pretty good pitch to hit, but he's going to line out to center field. I mean, I don't know. It was a decent pitch. It was a slider over the plate. I have McNeil. I feel like I could do more damage than that. 3-3. Are they sticking with this guy? They are, man. I've got to get this guy. I have to get him now. My thing is I'm going to have Gazelman pitch until I either have the lead and let Betances close or I lose the game. That's my approach because, I mean, that's the kind of bullpen the Mets have right now. I don't really have a long reliever like this, so advantage to them in extra innings because I only have a few pitchers left. I mean, I have who's going to be my closer today is Betances, and Gazelman, I could get 2 to 3 innings out of a max, I feel like. And Brock's already a little tired, and he can't go that far, so I mean, that's all I got left. Ball 4, it's Marisnik draws a walk. I mean, I'm banging on Legend, so it's different now, but still. As Tomas Nido drives one deep left field. Back is the left fielder at the wall, makes the catch. I was going so far ahead with Marisnik. Oh my goodness. Holy moly, I wasn't even watching that. I was too busy watching the ball. I'm going to lose this no-name. I really am. Wow.
Number 65.
I don't know what was going on there. I really thought I should have been controlling the third baseman. But of course, it put me on the shortstop, and just nobody could catch it. So, of course, Reddick has another hit. Nice way to start off an inning. Straw hits one on the ground. Rosario throws it away. Oh, my God. Holy... Oh, no. I swear, man. I swear, if I lose on that... Oh, I got to face... They want me to walk Bregman. I have to. Sorry on that. Rosario makes it so hard for me to like him. He makes it so hard. Because, I mean, I've done nothing with him offensively. And then defensively, he's just let me down this whole game. He crossed that run earlier. And now we... And we lose the game. Wow. Wow. There you go. That's it. Game over. Astros win. I suck. This pitcher is way too good. Never even heard of this guy. He is way too good. He's better than Verlander. He's better than Presley. He's better than Diviensky. Rosario is a god-awful shortstop. I mean, the Mets have a terrible bullpen. I had no choice but to go to Gazelman. I mean, Alonso couldn't get a hit. The bench stinks. Nido couldn't do anything. Marisnik couldn't do anything. I didn't do much with Dom Smith. I mean, what a terrible game. But, I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Until tomorrow's video, be smart, be safe, be healthy.